There are 4 parts to the Brando warm-up. Part 1, foam rolling, which we are going to do today. Part 2, walkouts. Part 3, world's greatest stretch. And Part 4, Buddha prayer. We're going to start with the glutes, okay? So there's a few reasons I want to start with the glutes, but the main one is that if I don't, I always forget it, which is a good enough reason for me. So with the foam roller and your glutes, you want to put the glute you want to work on the roller. So pick a butt cheek, lean onto that side. When you're leaning on that side, the side that you are working, the side of your butt cheek that is on the roller, you are going to put that leg up, all right? So that's going to make it a bit tougher. Now from there, you're just rolling the meat between the bones. You're not going to roll over the joints. And you should feel this one, especially if you haven't really foam rolled before. You should feel like, wow, that's tight, or something like that. Or maybe you're like, wow, that feels really good. How many rolls should you do is totally up to you. You can do 5 rolls, you can do 10 rolls. If you like to count, I think 10 is more along the lines of a good number. But the truth is you're going to feel different day to day. You're going to feel different on one side compared to the other. And you can spend more time on a side that feels tighter than the other side. You don't have to even it out. I would still do both sides though. All right, so that is the glutes. From there, you can definitely do the other side. All right. Now, after the glutes, we go into what I like to call the box. All right, so the box is your legs, and I call it the box because the box has a top, bottom, inside, and outside. And that's what we want to think of. So right after the glutes, let's go into the hamstrings, okay? You can go both legs or single leg here. It's up to you. And you're going to roll from the bottom of the knee all the way to your butt. Right? You're not rolling over any joints. You're just rolling the muscles between them, all right? So then you can switch sides where you can stick together. Individually, it will be harder. So if you want to make it a bit easier, try and do most of these with both legs at the same time. All right, so we got the bottom of the leg. Great, let's go to the outside of the leg. All right, this one's a bit tricky. So what you want to do is you want to lie on the side you want to work on. If you want to roll something, you have to put that body part on the roller, right? From there, take your top leg, place it down. You're going to use that leg to help you push. Use your arms and go back and forth. Again, all the way from the knee to the hip. Right? If you want to make this a bit harder, you can put the leg on top and roll like that. That's going to be a lot harder. All right? From there, we'll go to the top of our leg. All right? This one is a little bit trickier. So, I highly recommend doing this one leg at a time. So put the foam roller in front of the leg you want to work. I'm working on my right side. Again, you can alternate sides if you'd like. So from there, we're just going to lie right on top of the roller. All right. So from there, you can bring your left knee up and use the knee and your arms to roll all the way from the knee to the hip. And that feels nice. Again, if it feels like it's pretty tight in there, you can definitely spend some more time there, okay? All right, now the last part of our box, right? So we've done the bottom, the top, and the outside. We got to get the inside of the box. So put the foam roller vertically and lie right beside it, all right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wing my leg over the foam roller just like that, and roll again all the way from the knee to the hip. And you can really get all the way into the hip there to help loosen that up. All right, and that is your box. Now, one thing I didn't go over, which is I think really important to do, is also the calves. Normally I would do this right after the hamstrings. Whoopsie. So what you do for the calves is you're just going to roll right from the ankle all the way up to the knee, right? So just like that. Again, you can also go single leg, one leg at a time. You can roll a bit on the outside or the inside as well. All right, and you get a nice little arm and core workout from lifting up your body and doing these as well. All right, so there you have the legs. That is definitely, I think, what is really important. We're going to go into the back now. Now, before you roll your back, first thing is if you have any back issues, I would avoid against doing this unless you're there with like a trainer or something like that and it's guided, right? Because if you have back issues, definitely lower back, I wouldn't bother. Upper back you could do, but if you're just following along with the video, if you have back issues, it's not worth it. Just do the legs and then move on to the next warm up. Otherwise, though, you can definitely roll the back. All right. So one thing to know about your back is, well, A, it's pretty big. So we're going to break it up into 2 parts, okay? Well, 3 parts, I guess. But we're going to start with the lower back, all right? So the lower back, you have your spine down the middle, and then you have your erectors on either side. And that is what we want to roll. We want to roll the muscles, not the spine, right? So when you lie on your back, what you should do is tilt a little bit to one side and roll, right? And you're gonna feel that one, right? And then you can go to the other side there and get that side. All right, a few rolls on each side, do what's comfortable. Then we can go to the upper back, all right? So the upper back, what's really important to note about the upper back is that you have these shoulder blades that kind of cover up all the muscles. So we need to get them out of the way. So what you want to do is keep your elbows together the whole time, all right? A lot of people, when I tell them this, they put their elbows together, and then as soon as they start, their elbows go wide open. So really make sure to glue those elbows together as you do this, okay? So elbows together and roll from the middle of the back all the way to the neck. All right, and that is great. All right, let's put that back in my pocket. All right. Last part would be the lats, okay? So your lats are kind of like your wings. They go right down here, right? It feels pretty good to roll those as well. So to get your lats, just have your hand behind your head, and you're going to roll on your side just like the lower back, but you're going to get the upper back there, okay? And then you can switch sides as well. And that feels great. And that is everything, all right? So that is the foam rolling. That is the regular sequence I'll get into before my workouts. Now, what you might realize while you're doing that is some parts of your body are really tight, or maybe you were pushing and you feel something weird in your shoulder. Well, that's where your lacrosse ball comes in, okay? So these are like really, really cheap. I highly recommend investing in a lacrosse ball. It's $5 or less, and it just feels awesome. So what you can do is you can definitely do anything we just did with the foam roller. You can do with a lacrosse ball. What you want to always do, in my opinion, is use the ground or use a wall when you're using a lacrosse ball. Don't just like massage it in there. Use the ground. So if I want to get my glutes, I'll do the same thing, right? Find it in there, leg up. Now what's different with a lacrosse ball is instead of rolling, I'm going to try and find that part that really pinches. I'm going to try and let my body melt into it for about 20 seconds. And just breathe through it. Loosen that muscle and really let the ball do the work. Right? So about 20 seconds there to help really release the knot. But this is great also for the shoulders as well. Again, using the wall, you can press against there, your back, whatnot. Like sometimes I will just be a bear and roll and pinch into my back against the wall like a bear on a tree. And it feels really great, and you feel wonderful after. But that is what the lacrosse will be for. Yeah, so I'll end the video there. Maybe I'll do a segment on like lacrosse balls and whatnot later on. But you got the foam rolling segment, which is great. Again, if you have questions about what foam roller to get, you don't have to get a foam roller. If you don't have one, you can definitely just go to the walkouts and start your warm up from there. That's totally fine as well, but this is definitely going to add a little benefit to your warm-ups. All right, thanks for watching. See ya in the next one.